I think everybody on TikTok, the entire game is just like, what's everybody else doing? I'm gonna do that.
Oh, without a doubt.
There's no everybody for the most basic things. It's just like, all right, I can. That's what you gotta do. I'm doing it.
Dude, I talked to people that went viral, famous, like I've met a handful of people, and they will tell you, find something close to your niche or whatever,
Yeah,
and they say set notifications on the person that's blowing up with it, one or two of them,
yeah.
and then as soon as that notification goes off, go do their exact same video.
Wow.
That's what they said. They're like, trust me.
But I guess somebody saw like, oh, it must be the key to this guy's viral fame is not like what he's saying. He's not like the story he's telling. It's a little microphone.
Yeah,
I got to get that.
something to stand
If you were
out.
if you were in the business of selling little microphones, you could have made thousands of dollars in like a day.
Well, it's like, just like us, dude. If we started wearing sunglasses up here, dude, we go. That's what the
I guess that's what
podcasters are doing.
I get. Yeah, everybody else is doing it. I got to get that. I got to get a little microphone, purple lights.
Get some sunglasses, say
Yeah.
some racial slurs.
How much do you pay for rent in New York City?
Yeah.
Whenever I'm in the park, I always see in Washington Square Park, if you like sit on the bench by like this, like the fountain area, and you just look around, there's like 10 interviews happening at any given moment.
Right.
Just dudes walking up to a hot girl, asking them, "Does
And
size matter?" And
prank, too.
I don't need some. I guess there's probably pranks, but everybody's doing the exact same man on the street interview.
I got it good, dude. I got pranked good, dude. I'm on TikTok somewhere. Somebody send me the video if you see this. Washington Square Park when I was living over there. Dude, I'm outside and I get squirted with something. And I didn't know what it was. And it was weird timing for me because I just so happened to see like something on TikTok where they were like somebody got in trouble for going to a mall and acting like they were sneezing and it was like pee or something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just seen that thing and I'm in the park. Boom, I get squirted and I'm looking and I can't figure it out. And then these kids are famous. What they do is they have a bag of chips with a squirt gun in it.
Oh yeah.
And they'll act like they're eating chips and then they have the hole cut out. Then they'll squirt you. And they were two bodybuilders, dude. I mean, like 5'2", but they were like jacked. And dude, I come over. I'm like, a guy told me. He goes, "Hey man, they just squirted you." And he's like, "Man, you better find out what's in that. That might be bleach or something. You don't know what that is." So, dude,
They just hit you in the face?
yeah, like they got me like 4 or 5 times. I was sitting there. I didn't know what it was. I'm thinking it's the tree or something.
Oh wow.
And I moved, and they're squirting me. And then finally, I walked around the park after. A guy came and told me right after. He's like, "Hey, man," he goes, "those guys that were standing there with the sunglasses, they squirted you with something."
Wow.
And then I don't know. He kind of got in my head. He's like, "You don't know what that is, man."
See, what if that guy's in on the prank though?
Ah,
If you were setting up a prank, that's the guy right there.
that's smart.
Yeah. What if that guy's the guy that squirted you? He's just pointing at 2 other guys. It's like, hey, you see those gangbangers over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you better go, get your honor back.
And then that would have went mega viral.
Yeah, right? And then you fight those guys and 2 cops come and it's like, no, those are the guys pranking you. It's a prank within a prank.
Yeah, then the cop pulls out a squirt
It's
gun.
a real Truman Show situation. Everybody's in on it. It's like Washington Square Park. You were the only real guy there.
Yeah, that's pretty much the truth.
Yeah. So
And
you chased the guys down?
yeah, I go up to them and they're like, "Man, it was just a prank." I'm like, "Dude, just what was in there, bro?" And then they had me on video. I'm like, "Can you just do me a favor?" And this is right when I was actually blowing up. Remember I was making those TikToks? Now I'm nobody, but there was a time, you guys.
Yeah, you got recognized on the street.
Yeah.
You're in the train.
And this was around that time. And anyways, I was like, "Can you just delete the video because I'm a comedian and I'm trying to." And they said that they would, but then I was like, "And what's in the thing?" I was like, "Can I see it?" And that's when they snapped. He's like, "Bro, I don't like how you're talking to me. Tell me to delete a video. You want to see my things?" And the one dude was taller than the other. The one was like 5'3", the other one was like 5 foot even. And I don't know, like I'm only 5'6" maybe. And
Right.
when you see one of these guys, you're like, dude, it's like, dude, relax a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not hating on short people, but he had that real short man energy. He took off his shirt. He's like, "When you get abs, that's when you could tell me what to do."
Wow.
And I'm looking at him like, "Bro, what are you doing?" He's flexing, and he's just this little, like,
Yeah.
He's just, anyways, he was ready to fight me, man. And I
Wow.
was so mad.
See, I think that's the thing with those guys is you were probably on camera that entire time. So it's not only the prank video, they get the video and then they get you reacting to them.
Yeah,
and then they get a video of you fighting them, which is like that's 3 times as viral right there.
you're right.
So everything, all these guys, it's like, it's like Native Americans. They kill a buffalo. It's like you got to eat every part of the buffalo. So it's like you do the prank, then you do the reaction to the prank, then you do the prank gone wrong. You know, and it's just like you got to keep everything. There's a little bit of, a little bit more viral juice you could take out of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably out there. Then the video bombed. How do you think they felt? We didn't see it, so it must have been a dud. They had to
you
take
say that
it down.
now. You don't know.
Yeah, when I'm famous, TMZ will come out.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what the guy saves it.
It's picking on these
Do you
children.
really think, though, it's like that would have hurt your career being in a prank video?
If I can go
as
back
a comedian,
in time, I would have said, hey, man, let's
Tag
make
me.
this better. Yeah, or tag me.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like people are going to see that and like, I can't watch this guy's comedy. So,
Yeah, why wasn't
it's not like you didn't do anything stupid, right? You just like get squirted in the face and they keep moving.
It would have been a killer video because, dude, I didn't see myself, but I know I was getting up looking at the tree, bro.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, dude. I guess that guy got in my head. I was in an angry space.
Oh, yeah.
I got to learn to just let stuff go, let it slide.
No one's going to spray you with bleach just for fun.
Yeah, you would hope not.
No, not as like a prank, though. I mean, like, unless they were like actually trying to go after you or something.
Yeah, if they're like, the guys Washington Square Park were spraying people with bleach.
Yeah, right.
And my brother peed in there.
Yeah.
It was
Or
two
maybe it's
brothers.
that or something like that. But like, if you spray somebody with bleach, it's like you wouldn't even need to keep that a secret.
Yeah, that's true. I probably would have smelled it.
Yeah.
It was wild, man. It was crazy.
You've been out there doing prank videos too, though, right?
Yeah, I did some stuff where I go, but it's hard to get people really on board. But I think it's like some Impractical Joker stuff where I go up to people like, hey, what's up? I'm sorry to bother you, but can you do me a favor? Can you just lie to my girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
And things like that. I got one I'm going to post, you guys. Look out for that. We should post it on our page maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to worry, though, these days. I mean, like, those pranks, people are starting to go wrong for people.
Have you seen anything?
These just like viral pranks in general. You keep hearing about guys getting shot,
Yeah, I heard about I don't know. I didn't hear. I heard about one guy maybe did he get shot in Walmart? Is that what it was?
No, I think people get beat up or something. But I know
Yeah.
there is something with some teenagers that got shot.
Yeah, I can't stand some of these pranks, dude. Some of them are just make no sense. It's not even funny. It's like, let me just go mess with this guy.
That's the thing, though, is that people will watch a prank whether or not it's funny.
Right.
It's just they're down to watch. Something's going to happen. Clearly, something's going to happen.
Impractical Jokers, man.
Even if nothing happens, it's like, well, I spent an hour, 1 minute waiting for a punchline here. But
yeah, I know, dude. I know. We need anything to go. I don't know. What do you think would be a good prank to go viral?
the best prank to go viral would be you doing a prank that goes wrong and backfires specifically on you. Because that way the guy doesn't get hurt. You're the only one that gets hurt. And it's like, then no harm, no foul.
Huh,
You end up with the pie in the face. And it's like, you got me. 10 million views.
Dude, that's funny. Yeah, I never even thought it. It never goes wrong for the person. You ever see the one dude, he's always like, "What's up, my boy?" He goes to like neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Or the people throwing up fake gang signs.
Man, what is the end game for that kind of guy, though, right?
Well, remember that this originally was like a YouTube thing. It was this group of kids, and I think they did get, something happened to them while they stopped doing it. But they were going around to people in the hood and pulling their pants up.
Oh, yeah.
And then on one of the videos, a guy's gun fell out.
Wow.
You never know who you're messing with, dude. I'm making fun of this guy at the comedy show, and he's got an ankle bracelet on. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't make fun of this guy.
I don't know. You feel like if you see the dude who's on parole, it's like, I mean, what's he gonna do, really, right?
You're better off messing with somebody on parole.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, he's got some like consequences that he's got to worry about.
10 years hanging over his head.
But just imagine if you were just sitting in Washington Square Park, and a guy you get squirted, and then within 5 seconds you're just in a fist fight.
Yeah.
Just imagine that transition, and then like you're just immediately just beating the shit out of some guy.
Or, like you said, you get the shit beat out of you, and it's all over the internet. You see, people are tagging you in it.
Yeah. And then when people like comment on videos like that, nobody ever acknowledges the fact that this guy didn't know what was going on. They'll immediately start saying like, "Oh man, he threw the straight right.
Yeah.
He should have start with the hook.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
his feet weren't planted. This guy clearly does not know how to fight.
Yeah.
He doesn't rotate his hips. It's like, nah, I was just sitting in the park.
Then somebody's going to put Biden's America. It's like,
Exactly,
what's that got to do with anything?
Yep. That's what happens when you tell people there's more than two genders.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us, you just go from being a regular guy to all of a sudden, everybody, you're the guy.
Yeah.
You didn't even try to go viral. That's the worst part about the internet is that me and you spend years making these videos, getting, every once in a while we get a good one. Most of the time we get nothing. And then some guys who don't even try.
Yeah.
100 million views.
Yeah, and then they don't want nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
I met a guy who was on America's Got Talent, and he's like, yeah, I did comedy too, but, just for fun. I'm like, dude, you got a great credit.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. You want to fight that guy.
Yeah, he did impressions. He wasn't a comedian. He's like, I do impressions, but
those guys are just like, yeah, I don't have social media. I don't really
right
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a video of me going around with 200 million views, but whatever.
Yeah, I fix brakes for a living.
Yeah, right. Been there, done that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. 100%. The worst, I had one, the easy ones where you don't expect. Like I had one where I literally just said one of my jokes that kind of works.
Yeah.
And it went mega viral in like 4 hours. Well, not mega, but like 107 million views on TikTok. And, people are sending it to me. They're like, oh, yeah, I just seen your video. Like within 4 hours. That's how fast the internet works. Like,
yep.
It's insane.
But then also how fast it goes away.
True.
A month later.
Oh, yeah,
You're just
way before
sitting
that.
in the park waiting to fight somebody.
Yeah.
That's what I think it's going to happen in the next 10 years or so. You're going to start seeing way more like just crazy, like violent incidents.
Yeah.
Just from somebody who and the story, when they research it, it's going to be, oh, this guy went viral once, like 5 years ago. And he's been trying to chase that high ever since. And so after 5 years, he just went nuts and thought, I'm just going to go viral for shooting somebody.
Yeah, that'd be a funny sketch, dude. The guy that goes viral and can't go viral again. The guy with no talent.
You go viral the first time, even if you have talent. And it's like that second time, it's like, oh, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to double it up. I'm going to hire a camera crew.
Yeah.
And it's like, you get nothing.
Right.
That second time, it's like you come back and you're trying to sell merch. Everybody's like, I'm dealing with this shit.
Yeah, I don't want the squirt gun shirt.
Yeah, right. Pie in the face.
Yeah. I went viral before going viral was viral, dude. I went viral in New York one time because I was going through some hard times and I stole a sandwich from 7-Eleven on 23rd and Park.
Yeah.
And the camera took my picture. Like
Whoa.
the dude knew I did it. I ran out and I had a specific jacket I wore every day and comics were just sending it to me.
Wow.
They're like, dude.
Hey, was it like your jacket with like the patch on it?
Yeah, I think so. You remember that jacket?
Your car wash jacket?
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of person steals with a jacket that says their name on it? My God.
Dude,
that is how hungry you were.
Yeah.
You were not thinking straight.
I was just thinking like...
You cover the patch up at least.
Well, I learned this thing from another comic about stealing sandwiches where you go in with a newspaper
yeah.
and you put it in there.
Well, you're supposed to steal from Pret. You don't steal from 7-Eleven.
Yeah, why are they so on it? See, he didn't tell me that part.
Pret, there's like people, it's busy. There's people walking in and out.
Yeah.
7-Eleven, there's one entrance, there's a guy standing right by the exit looking at you.
Watching the sandwiches.
Yeah.
They know that's their meat and potatoes, literally. Their bread and butter.
Were you on the news, though? Or
No, it didn't make maybe it did. I don't watch the news.
Yeah.
I don't think something like that could even make the news. I mean, dude, 7-Eleven people, they're not calling the cops because they'd get arrested,
I don't know.
Actually, we've been looking for you.
That's the kind of news story that goes around where it's like, this guy is so stupid.
Oh, dumbest criminals.
Dumbest criminals. Is this guy stole with his name tag on.
Dude, you see me all on the camera, like
looking up. Is that a camera?
Running out.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Dude, it was crazy. I had like 3 pictures of me, and it's all mid-stride running.
Wow. How was the sandwich?
Terrible.
Yeah, I can't imagine 7-Eleven sandwiches being worth doing time.
Pret got some good sandwiches.
Yeah.
I was on a roll there. Sometimes I even had money and I'd steal a sandwich because I don't know. It's just like it's so easy. It's like taking sandwiches from a baby.
They got like it's like cranberry feta cheese sandwich or something.
Oh, those good ones. The falafel one.
Yeah.
I used to eat good. I'd get the avocado with like the turkey or something.
Yep. French baguette.
I think I even stole a couple sandwiches before we met up, like to go do stuff, and I'd be watching my back.
Wow.
Yeah, around 14th Street, it was hot.
That's the thing is now the viral thing that goes around is just somebody walking into, Dwayne Reed and just with a garbage bag and just taking shit.
Bro.
And those videos get billions of views.
Did you see the newest one, what they're doing now? They take a torch, like one of those things where, you just turn something and it's got fire coming out of it. I don't know what it's called, like a nitrous oxide
it's like a welding
tank.
thing, right?
Yeah, it's like a tank and then, dude, it burns stuff. And, dude, they're just burning the plastic, opening it up.
Oh, on the case.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
All that to steal some, like, deodorant.
You know what's so funny you know what they do? They go sell that stuff. It's a lot of times, I don't know if it's deodorant. It's, I have a friend that used to do it.
Pedialyte or something, right?
Yeah, if you steal baby like medicine, and if you steal like, I don't know, there's certain things that gum really you could sell it at bodegas in the Bronx. Dude, I knew a dude, he was on dope real bad, and he said him and his friends would go in all the 7-Elevens, hit them hard, then go up to the Bronx and sell it to the bodegas and make $1,000 before like noon. He goes, you want to go to those stores, you want to go there early because it's lightest shift when they first open.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, most of the time it's a little old lady that got the morning shifts.
Huh.
And he's
when you're stealing from those, like, Dwayne Reed, how much are you even getting away with?
Well, that's the thing. When you're going in with
gum.
trash bags, I mean, you're going to,
I mean, I could see if you're stealing, like, baby food. But if you're stealing, like, gum and toothbrushes and stuff, it's like, that haul has got to be, what, like, $60?
You would think.
You got to go all the way up to the Bronx?
I don't know. Well, I think he lived in the Bronx, but he was swearing by the gum. He said the bodegas will buy the gum if you give them a trash bag full of gum.
Wow. Well, the thing is, too, if you're in like a bodega, I've had them so much, I'm just ordering a sandwich. Dude just walks in with like a cardboard box.
That's what they're doing.
Talking to like the bodega guy. He's like, he's some like, Chips Ahoy.
Right.
And they do some weird little negotiation in like, Yemeni or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, yeah, I guess the guy just hits a button on the register and hands the guy like $10.
Yeah, dude, that's how they do it. Yeah, I think baby formula is the most important. If you can get that.
Similac,
some of that. And I don't know what else, gum or whatever. But yeah, he told me, he's like, bro, we'd go down to Manhattan. We'd hit 4 or 5 of these places. He's like straight up trash bags.
Well, it's got to be like crazy for criminals who are in like, imagine if you were in prison and you were watching that, because like you don't even got to sneak.
Right.
This isn't like, oh, here's cause a distraction. I'm gonna do this, and then we have a getaway car. It's like, no, you just walk in, scoop it, and walk out holding the bag.
The thing is, you can't do that in like Harlem. I've seen people try to do it in Harlem, and the security guards are different in Harlem. They chase people down the street. Like,
I mean, that's in like a privately owned business. It's not like
Dwayne Reed, dude.
Really?
This security guard, you know what it is? I always say this. It always goes back to the girl. If there's a pretty girl at the register,
yep,
it's her fault. Why are you looking so good? Because now the security guard's got to impress you.
Yep.
And that's what they'll do. And
it's always a woman.
Downtown, you'll see them. They're not messing with the hardened criminals. One time, a guy literally was stealing. I went to the register, bought some peanuts for $1, opened them up, and I'm eating them as I'm walking out, as a guy's cleaning the place out in Times Square. And, he knows the guy was, everybody could see he did it.
Yeah.
And then the dude goes out the door. He goes, hey, man, hold up. You got a receipt for those peanuts? I'm like, no, dude. I said, what about that dude that just ran out? With all that?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm talking to you.
Wow.
I'm like,
he sized you up? I could take this guy.
I guess he was like weighing out his options. Like they can't fire him. Like, hey, you got to let criminals go.
Well, I think he probably has a quota. It's like every hour I got to stop one guy.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess you're the guy. So
I'm not going to stop the guy that could potentially hurt me.
Wow.
It depends on the situation, like anything. If I've seen a lot of people rip off these places, and if you're like a little, like, I want to get that, you're like a little maybe skinny, strung out on drugs, they're going to mess with you. What's the matter with you? But if you go in and you're just some huge dude that looks crazy.
They're never like it's never like an in-shape guy in these videos, though.
Right. I don't know.
It's usually like a teenager or like a really skinny woman. With like, mask up and everything else.
Some of these guys, though, I don't know. I wouldn't fight them.
Right. Yeah.
They're like 17. They got nothing to lose.
Yeah. I wonder what it's like to be that security, what that job is like. Because most of the day, you're just doing nothing. There's not a whole lot to secure at a Dwayne Reed.
Right.
I mean, every once in a while, the Brinks truck comes up and they do like a drop off or something. But most of the time, you're just standing there. But it's got to be like some of those guys are like, I mean, if you get really good at like jujitsu, and it's like, what job can you really get with that? You can't go pro, and it's like maybe you could teach jujitsu, but how many of those jobs are there?
Right.
So it's like, besides that, all you can do is get a job as a bouncer.
And
then
dude,
you're just waiting for shit to pop off, right?
and the thing is, if you're a bounce, they're not hiring you if you go, yeah, I'm good at jiu-jitsu. They're like, dude, we don't care. Are you 6'7", 500 pounds?
Right.
That's what we're looking for.
Still, but I think like if you had to pick a job, I'm pretty sure if you were really like ambitious with it, it's like you could get a bouncer job just saying like, I know how to fight.
I mean, they'd hire anybody probably.
Yeah.
They're just going to give you $80 a night.
Yeah.
What about, dude, no security guard at Dwayne Reed's getting involved with the Brinks truck. If somebody's...
No, but it's like that guy, that's his only job. That's the only thing worth protecting there. It's like every once in a while there's an actual thing to protect, or if they have to deliver drugs to the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Most of the time you're just hanging out though. And I think even like if in those situations when somebody's stealing, I think it's got to be extreme for you to actually physically stop them. Because like corporate's going to tell you like, no, that's not worth whatever lawsuit it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the security guard's just there to intimidate. Like, maybe so many people won't steal if we have a security guard in front of the door.
It's a deterrent.
But they're not going to stop you. I mean, unless you're in Harlem, I'm telling you, I seen one chase a dude out, man. He stole a thing of toilet paper. That's all he stole. He came in, grabbed the toilet paper, and ran out. And his security guard said, "Not on my." I think he was a little off, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's the guy. This is my big shot.
Yeah.
He's been waiting for this day to come.
Dude, and he chased this dude. You could always tell by the guy's shoes. If he's got the boots with the pants tucked in and the little leather belt with mace, and it's like, dude, you know you don't need mace as a security guard.
This is what happens when America is not involved in any wars. These guys are supposed to be in the army. There's just not shit to do in the army anymore. So it's like, you get the job at Dwayne Reed. That's how you end up with these Rambo guys.
Yeah.
Who are just waiting for something to pop off.
Every morning going in.
Yeah, right. He's been in the gym playing out the scenario in his head.
And then you know what's messed up? They don't care. They'll be like, all right, well, thanks for doing that, but we got to let you go.
Well, here's the thing with being a security guard, Dwayne Reed, you're not going to get promoted to head security.
Right.
That's one job.
It's just
There's not a ladder to climb. You don't get promoted to general.
I was almost a security guard at an H&M, and you had to take this. I went to this place. I went through all this stuff. I paid this money.
It's in New York?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was when I was real broke, dude. I didn't even have money we had to wear black. It was H&M's like somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you had to have black dress shoes. And it's like, dude, that's the last thing you want a security guard to have. Give them some Nikes.
Right. Well, it's just like cops. Cops got to wear like kind of clogs. And it's like you've got to chase after a dude wearing 40 pounds of equipment and you got bad shoes on.
Yeah.
And it's just some kid wearing Jordans.
People always laugh when they outrun the cops. It's like, yeah, dude, what'd you expect?
This cop is out of shape already.
Yeah.
And he's carrying a bunch of shit.
With a loaded weapon.
And you don't know where this guy's going to go.
See, the cops in America, they, here, I'll be on, I don't know. This might be a little controversial, but I travel around the world, and dude, you go to Mexico, these cops ain't playing, bro. They're wearing...
They're masked up,
bro,
assault rifle, and these are like, in shape guys.
They're legit in army clothes.
Yeah.
And
and they got to cover their face just so no one knows who they are.
BDUs, they got bulletproof vests on, and they're walking around with an assault rifle.
Well, those guys in Mexico, it's like it was either become a cop or become a narco.
Yeah.
Where it's like the cops the government has to pay these cops a little bit more than whatever the cartels are paying. So it's like you get the best of the best. Whereas in America, it's just like the fuck up. The guy who gets bullied in high school, it's like, you're going to get your revenge. I know you're 5'2", but it's like, no, you get to be an NYPD cop.
I'm going to go fight with the cartel.
Yeah, right.
Dude, they were asking everybody in the subway. The guy was like, you could be a cop.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I got a little bit of a record. He goes, right now we're so desperate we could look past that.
Exactly. They need nobody wants to be a cop in America because it's kind of a shit job. And, there are certain connotations with it. But I think in Mexico, or if you're in like South America, being a cop, it's like being in the army.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like people thank you for being,
And, the cops don't really bust people like where I was in Mexico. I was in Cozumel, which, I don't know how much I recommend going there.
I mean, that's like nice part of Mexico.
I mean, the part I was, there was nothing to do. Like, there was cartel. You know what they do? It's big now, dude. I don't know if it's because of all the openness in America. I was at a tourist spot, but they got guys dressed up as women, and they're prostitutes, and the cops are walking right in front of them. Like, I don't know if prostitution's legal in Mexico.
They got bigger problems.
Yeah, they're just not worried about it.
There is probably legal. I mean, like it's just like in Amsterdam or something where it's like as long as you're in this area, it's like you do what you want to do.
They're out there, tight shorts. Huh? You want a happy ending?
Wow.
She goes, "Are you afraid of peen? What's the matter? You afraid of a little peen?"
Wow.
It was a boy. There's a few of them. The cartel was laughing.
Wow.
They're there.
Wait, what's the cartel have to do with it?
They're the ones selling the girl.
Okay.
They're in front. There's always like one like you could tell this guy's obviously like, covered in tattoos, probably got a gun on him.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's probably like a rival gang.
Yeah.
Where it's like they get you in the gang and it's like, here's your job today.
Wow. Can you imagine?
You drew straws.
You got to beat people off all day.
Yeah.
Beat off all these Americans.
Well, look, it could be worse. Right?
I don't know. That's pretty bad.
I don't know. You see a couple things happen and, your friend's head gets chopped off. It's like, all right, well.
I'm polite. I shook the person's hand. It was all rough. I'm like, who would beat this person up? Like,
wow.
They felt like they were a wood whittler or something.
Jesus Christ. What was it like? Was that where you just were, or were you?
Yeah, I just came back.
What was it like in Mexico this time?
I don't know, dude. The every time I go to Mexico, it's always a problem. They don't like us. You get some of these people. Like I walked, there's this yellow line that you have to stay in, and I just walked around people. This dude, it comes down to a girl, dude. I'm telling you, he was showing off in front of a girl. Some big dude, like
this was in Mexico on the street or something.
This was in Mexico, like once you're walking into the area to do stuff. Like, you have to show your ID. Like they don't just.
It's like a closed off area.
Yeah, it's like when you walk, like as soon as you're walking into the stuff to do.
Yeah.
Like into actual Mexico.
Right.
Like outside of the little tourist area that's fenced in.
Yeah.
And when you go out there, yeah, he's like, outside the line. Dude, he's all on the radio, and the girl was saying outside the line. I'm like, okay. I was just walking around him, and now I'm inside the line for 5 minutes. This guy's like, you, come here. Like, dude, the line, I walked 6 inches outside the line. And he goes, come here. And then they're talking. And then you could tell he's trying to muscle me in front of her. He's like, you have to stay inside that line. You have to listen to her. I'm like, all right, bro, dude. I even told him, I said, dude, you're doing too much. But you're in another country. It's like.
Yeah, maybe he's not doing too much. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. You never know.
Yeah, that guy just starts picking you up, bench pressing you.
Oh, I hate that.
Doing squats.
Dude, I hate when I'm somewhere with my girl and I run into like somebody that I barely know or want to hurt, and they pick you up. Like, I can't stand that. You ever
emasculated
a guy friend that's not really your friend? He just wants to show off in front of your girl. It's like, dude, set me down. Like, what are you doing?
I've had girls pick me up.
Oh, man.
It's the worst. As a guy, you never want your feet to leave the ground. It's a bad feeling.
Yeah, it is.
It's really like you're helpless at that point because how you throw a punch. It's from the hips. You have to connect to the ground, but it's like you can't throw a punch with your feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got no like leverage.
Dude, that is wild. I can't believe a girl came up to you and picked you up.
That's the perils. That's why you should never lose weight.
Yeah, dude, I'm already down 3 pounds. I'm 173.
I'm pretty sure there's some. Girls these days are like, girls are lifting weights. I'm pretty sure they could pick you up.
Oh yeah,
at least just in like a bear hug way, not in like a bench press. But
yeah, probably even a bench press way.
Yeah.
I used to be real light, dude, and I didn't like that because then I couldn't pick the girls up.
Yeah.
The girls want you to be able to pick them up.
You got to find a nice medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you're still solid.
Yeah, you got them thick legs. It's all about the legs.
Yeah. Did you see that? Mark Zuckerberg is about to fight Elon Musk.
Fight him?
Yeah.
No.
They just it just came out a couple days ago. Like I think somebody posted on Twitter as a joke, to Elon Musk, like, you should fight Zuckerberg in a cage match.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk is an idiot, so he just replies like, all right, let's do it.
Wow.
And then Zuckerberg immediately screen caps it and posted on Facebook or whatever, like, send location, let's do it.
No way.
And then Dana White was on TV yesterday on TMZ saying like he talked to both parties and like they're both down.
See,
He said it's going to be the biggest fight of all time.
you know who they learned that from? The Logan Paul and Jake Paul brothers.
Kind of,
Celebrity death match.
Except like they don't actually need it.
Right.
I mean, it's for charity. I'm gonna say it's gonna be for charity. They're not actually gonna
Oh,
take
really?
the purse. I mean, I doubt it.
Were they going to box or do MMA?
MMA.
Can you imagine
match.
seeing Elon Musk in there fighting? Even Zuckerberg. Come
Zuckerberg
on.
trained jiu-jitsu though.
Oh,
Have you
wow.
seen him? Like he was in like a jiu-jitsu tournament, and he like he's training with like real MMA guys.
See, that's what's crazy. You can't judge a book by its cover. If I seen him, I'd think, oh, dude, I could easily take this guy. And then he just snaps my arm.
Zuckerberg's he's like 5'7", 5'8",
Yeah.
and I think he's like 160.
And he's a robot. So you
Yeah,
gotta
well,
keep
the
that
thing
in
is,
mind.
Elon Musk is like he's got like 30 pounds on him, and he's like a little taller. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah. Wow, Elon Musk is that big.
6'1". Well, he's like you've seen him with the shirt off. He's a slob.
Yeah.
This is a big dude. I think like smart money has got to be on Zuck.
I mean, you would think that, but Elon Musk got the Neuralink. He probably put that in his head. He's like the Matrix.
Well, whatever Elon Musk has, Zuckerberg also has.
You think
These
so?
are both smart guys. Here's the thing: is that like I mean, the argument always comes around anytime people talk about like, what if Floyd Mayweather fought Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
if a small guy fights a big guy, and it's like, is where does skill come in and how much at a certain point? The big guy is just big,
Yeah.
right? Because Elon Musk does have can you really fight somebody who's got 30 pounds on you?
Yeah, I mean, you could.
Yeah. But I mean, like I'm wondering how much of this is just going to come down to cardio.
Or do you think they'll fix it? Do you think they're on the phone like, guys, we got to get famous? We haven't been in the news for a while.
No, Elon Musk is not. He's in the news.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg is in. They have nothing to gain from this. I think this is more like Elon Musk is just like the kind of guy who's just. I mean, he hosted SNL
Yeah.
for no reason. He wasn't promoting anything. He was just like, I want to be on SNL. He just likes attention.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think he knows this is going to be the most attention he'll ever get.
What about when are we going to come full circle again like back in the day? When are we going to reach a point to where we start fighting animals again? Like they
Right.
did in ancient Greece and stuff.
I think they still got. I mean, like the celebrity thing is still like. That's what's so sad. Is just imagine how many like MMA guys have been training their entire life, and they, it's hard to get in the UFC. You got to really. There's a whole system,
Right.
and it's like how many UFC guys have reached the UFC and they're still on an undercard. It's like 7:00, and the main event's at like midnight. And there's, we've talked about this. There's like that Mexican dude on the undercard who's just getting the shit beat out of him
Yeah.
for like 15 grand.
Yeah.
And those guys are like grinding it out. And then one day Elon Musk sends a tweet, biggest fight of all time.
Right.
That is the main event, main card.
Dude.
And it's like that guy does not need the money. He does not know how to fight.
And that's the truth. And there's fighters probably not making nothing. They're not even getting lucky enough to make that 15 grand.
And you're still like, it's the UFC. So you're still getting concussed and choked out.
Right.
And you're, whatever.
Dieting, trained 20 years. Their wife left them.
They're losing weight.
Yeah.
They're trying to get down to 122 from 150.
It's the same as us with social media. Those UFC guys, instead of fighting, they should have said, dude, should have started a YouTube. Imagine if they put all that work, the 10 hours a day of training and dieting.
Even then, though, it's like you're not going to get to Elon Musk.
You won't get to Elon Musk, but you never know. You might get to a Jake Paul level.
I mean, I think that's probably more popular now, but like it's crazy when you think about how many people are willing to pay. Even Jake Paul, it's like you got to be a very specific type of person to even know who Jake Paul is.
Right.
Or like really, I mean, I'm familiar with him, but I was never like, I was too old to actually get into
Yeah, I didn't watch
that
Disney.
level of YouTube. Yeah, who cares? But it's like everybody knows who Elon Musk is.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be interested in Mark Zuckerberg. But this is like, you got to think, this is bigger than Ollie Frazier.
Wow, that's
This is
crazy.
bigger than Floyd McGregor by far.
That is
Watching two
wild.
guys who don't know how to fight
That is crazy when you think about
fight
it.
each other.
Dude, it's just...
And too, it's going to be a bad fight.
You know what it is? It's they have such a huge reach of people too that it's like you know, they could reach everybody in the world pretty much.
Yeah.
It's really similar to us. Like, dude, we screwed up getting good at stand-up. What's that matter? Dude, you don't have to be good at stand-up. I know a guy, he's like, well, I don't really go to mics. I do all my jokes on TikTok. He's like, I've been to like probably 15 mics in the year, but he goes, I just sold out a theater in Boston. It's like, what? He's like, yeah, I got 5 million followers.
Yeah, of course.
I just do my best jokes that work the best on TikTok. And I'm like, dude, you've been doing comedy for like, a year, and you're selling out a theater?
Right.
And they're working. And here's us, night after night, 3 a.m, up here, people trying to stab us because of a joke that we tried.
Right.
We're the UFC undercards.
Man. Just imagine, though, is like, because you fought and you've been in that world. Imagine doing that and not needing to do it. Right. These guys, I mean, it's one thing to fight in the UFC. You're sacrificing your body, but it's like, I got to support my family. I really need this money. I got to make this work. This was my lifelong dream. Imagine that versus I'm just some rich guy who feels like fighting.
I'll tell you
that's
what,
nuts.
This is what made me really quit was the money. Like when you hear somebody gets 15 grand, they're not getting that.
No, that's like net.
Dude,
that's gross.
Here's the thing. Yeah. I had a fight. I think it was $2,500. Yeah. I made $300.
Oh, yeah, right.
So that's the difference because you got to pay for travel for everybody. First off, right out the gate, your manager's taking 40%.
Yep.
Then your trainer's getting about 20%. And then you got another 40 going to taxes.
Yep.
And then you pay for travel for everybody. I think I made $300 on a $2,500 fight.
Yep.
And I never even paid the taxes on that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, dude, I'm going to go in the hole for fighting. And I got my ass beat.
Yeah. And then, whatever, medical bills. And
I didn't. Yeah, please. You wish you can go to the doctor. You can't afford to do that. Put some meat on your eye.
Right.
I remember, dude, I'd wake up the next day. Like, people don't realize how hard it is. Just me at the lowest level, my first pro fight, maybe. It's the lowest. I'm fighting to probably, I don't know, nobody. I wanted to say tomato cans, but
yeah.
I'm fighting I'm at the lowest possible level of being a pro.
Right.
Couldn't move for 3 days after the fight. Dude, you can't write. Your hands hurt.
Oh, my God.
Dude, you can't, your hair, like Rocky says, your hair is sore.
Wow.
It's crazy when you fight how sore you get.
Well, that's how, and you were in good shape.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that and not being in good shape.
Right.
Imagine being Elon Musk who works 4 different jobs and is, fat.
I can't believe he'd waste his time. I guess you got to live out a dream. It's probably a dream of his. These billionaires get these dreams. You know who I'd like to see fight because he's jacked now is the Amazon guy. And you know
Jeff
he's
Bezos. That dude could probably,
Dude, he's got that built-up aggression.
He's short, too.
Have you seen videos of him when he was younger? When he was first coming up?
He grinded.
I bet you people really disrespected him.
Well, he's short and bald.
Yeah, and he's white, too.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Elon Musk says that he was in street fights in South Africa when he was growing up, and that's his how he's qualified. But it's you can't bring up something from 30 years ago.
And his mother was a cover girl model.
Yeah, and he's just a weird looking dude. I don't know.
I guarantee.
Here's my other thing too. Mark Zuckerberg. Why I think he's gonna win. He's younger. He's got he's 20 years or 15 years younger than Elon Musk.
His hair's real.
His hair's real, and he's been training jiu-jitsu, so he knows how to fight. And he has a Chinese wife.
Oh, dude!
If you have a Chinese wife, you're just you're not letting this lady down.
Right.
She is she is gonna be no, you're waking up at 5 a.m.
Right.
We're sparring for 2 hours. You're eating some chicken and broccoli,
dude.
And you're gonna go into the hyperbaric chamber. Then we're training again at night.
Yeah.
She's behind him. It's in Punch Out. She's in a pickup truck. He's running up a hill.
Dude, you know it. It's true, too. I guarantee it. Dropping coconuts on his stomach.
Yeah, but Elon Musk, he's divorced. He's got 10 kids.
Wow, does he really?
Yeah. He offered, he was on a flight, and he offered some masseuse to jack him off. She was going to buy him buy her a horse or something. This is he's not a disciplined guy. Wow. Fighting requires discipline. Like Mike Tyson says, you got to do something you don't want to do, but you got to do it like you love it.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg is he's got that Psycho California thing where it's I'm waking up at 5 and I'm meditating for an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm taking an ice bath.
Elon Musk is smoking dope. He's he's hanging. He's not training for
chilling.
this thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I think it's going to be second round. He's just going to get tapped out. First round, he's going to be like, it's all adrenaline. Because I think UFC, it's what, 3-minute rounds? Something like that?
I think it's 5 minutes on UFC.
Is it? Oh, well, yeah, you're right. 5-minute rounds.
Phew,
I
man,
mean,
can you imagine going 5 minutes?
Oh, my God.
They can't do 5 minutes. A doctor needs to check their
boxers,
hearts.
it's like 3 minutes. I
Yeah,
think.
dude, 5 minutes of grappling with a jiu-jitsu guy? Come on.
I mean, that's like, I think 3 minutes. The first minute is all adrenaline, and you can kind of like feel them out.
Yeah.
And people are yelling, but it's like, once you actually get into that level of, 3 minutes in, I mean, he's just going to get tired, and I think Zuck's just going to get behind him, and it's going to be a choke.
I think it'd be a win for Elon if he does get beat up. Maybe he can parlay that. Here's the thing that's funny. Elon, what if they're thinking, what if he's like, hey, Mark, let's do this thing for fun, for charity. We'll make a joke. And, Mark, we could tell he's a dishonest person. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
So he's like,
this dude's got Terminator vision.
Yeah, he's like, no, we'll make it fun.
It's going to be like... It's like Rocky fighting Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Rocky 3. It's supposed to be an exhibition.
Yeah. Thunder Lips.
Yeah, right? Crazy is the name of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, dude, Zuckerberg's going to come out. You're going to see Elon Flint, and that's how you know it's real.
Yeah, it's like, Apollo fighting Drago.
Yeah.
Where he's dancing around. He comes out to James Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living in America.
Yeah, right? And then Jeff Bezos is going to be on the side. He's going to be like Rocky.
Yeah. But then you got to, he's from South Africa, though?
Yeah.
That's also, dude, South Africa, like, you get stabbed going to the grocery store in certain parts.
Well, he's like rich South Africa. Though.
Yeah, so
he's
it's
like,
different.
he owns the diamond mine guy.
I just met a guy from South Africa. I was like, I heard it's dangerous. He goes, well, I've been stabbed like 5 times, but little blade. I'm like, what, dude? He's like, well, yeah, you're gonna get stabbed. You go to the store.
You never been stabbed?
Yeah, downtown South. What is it, Joe? Is that Johannesburg?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said. You go down there, somebody's getting you right in the back.
Wow.
For no reason either. They won't even rob you.
Wow. You meet South African too. Sometimes it's just like, he's just like if you think they're gonna be Australian.
What if Elon Musk pulled out a knife and started stabbing the guy?
Right. Yeah.
Just killed him on live TV.
Yeah. I think, there's a good chance that this, it's going to be, built up, and then, a couple weeks out, someone's just going to drop.
You think?
Because it's it's not like he needs the money. There's way more to lose than there is to gain from this.
I'd pay more money to see them in one of those slap fights. You know, where they go,
Oh, yeah.
But
Zuck wouldn't do that.
I would like to see them in that with somebody else smacking them, though.
Right.
Get Hulk Hogan to smack him. Might as well bring him back.
Right, yeah. And I watched that Creed 3 the other day.
Man, I don't want to watch it. They did my man Stallone wrong. It's on the plane, too.
He said he's not watching it.
Yeah. I don't blame him. They did him wrong. People say it's a good movie, though.
It's better than Creed 2, but, you're watching it, and it's like, what am I? I think the reason why Stallone didn't want to get involved with it, he said, early on, he saw the script, and he thought it was too dark.
Yeah.
And he was like, Rocky can't be about darkness.
Yeah.
It's got to be kind of a lighthearted, not lighthearted, but there's sort of a character flaw in Creed. And
yeah.
So they're both kind of bad guys. And Stallone's like, nah, we need a simple story.
Yeah.
Good guy gets beat up, then he becomes then he overcomes.
Yeah.
But then Creed, it's like they're doing too much.
I hope that he fails. You can't.
It worked.
It worked.
People liked it.
Wow.
It was a success. It made a bunch of money.
How'd it do on Rotten Tomatoes?
It was good. People loved, it got critically, people liked it.
The first Creed made me cry.
First Creed was incredible.
Yeah.
And then second Creed was like, all right, what are we doing?
Right.
And then I don't know if they're going to keep going with more Creeds, but.
How do they buy the rights to Rocky and steal his whole thing, though? That's crazy.
I think he just didn't have the rights to begin with.
Wow.
I think they just realized that it's like they could just move on. It's weird. They don't even acknowledge him.
Man.
And there's a part, I won't spoil it for you, but there's a part
Spoil it because I don't care.
Well, there's a funeral part where Creed's mom dies. And Creed is like, it's Apollo's wife. And so you would think funeral, Rocky pops up.
Yeah.
With, is Mick still alive?
Yeah.
But no, I think he's dead.
No, Mick died in Rocky 3.
Mick!
Mickey!
Oh, yeah,
Remember that?
Yeah.
Mickey!
Did Adrian die?
Adrian died in Rocky
Cancer.
6. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess Rock's kind of alone at that point. But it's not like Rocky died. He had cancer in Creed, but then he comes back, right?
Yeah.
But it would have been perfect.
Was he in Creed 2? I can't remember Creed 2. That's the one when he had cancer, isn't it?
No. Oh, is it? Creed 2 is where he fights Drago's son.
I can't remember Creed 2. I think he had cancer in Creed 2.
Oh, yeah. But he didn't die. The point is, he could have come back.
I think the movie would have probably did better with Stallone. There has to be a lot of Rocky fans that are like, screw that.
Well, I think a lot of people just didn't. You don't realize it going into it. Unless you actually like did some research. You're watching the whole movie, just like, all right, where's he gonna pop out?
Wow.
Just for a cameo at least, but.
Yeah, I can't believe they did him wrong.
Yeah.
But Stallone actually stole that idea. He had to go to court and he lost the lawsuit.
Yeah, it's Chuck.
Yeah, Webb.
Chuck Wepner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He even fought the wrestler.
Even that guy too. It's so funny when you look at. I saw like the 30 for 30 or whatever about the real Rocky, and it's like, man, that guy was a fucking slob.
Yeah.
You look at the way boxers used to look back in the day. Well, I guess now you look at like Tyson Fury, or is that guy Anthony Joshua? Anthony Joshua, the big fat guy.
Yeah, I know who you mean. I can't think of his name, but Tyson Fury got some meat on him too.
He is, but he's also like, he got some fat on him.
Yeah.
He's got like kind of that dad bod.
Yeah, he does.
But back in the 70s, it's like you could just do that.
Yeah, an old washed up Larry Holmes. Tyson Fury is like kind of built like Larry Holmes a little.
Yeah, I guess if you look at a shirtless Elon Musk, that is kind of like his thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude's not going to show up with abs.
Bro, I know. You know who's crazy? What's that one MMA fighter? Something Johnson, dude? John Jones or whatever?
Yeah.
Dude, these cats are like bodybuilders.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't really help you in boxing, I don't think. Like, you want some fat to take that body.
You want to absorb. Yeah, because your kidneys are just exposed if you got a six-pack like that.
Like, look at Butterbean, dude. Or, like, who's of all time, dude, and he doesn't get enough recognition, dude. I don't know how he don't. George Foreman, dude. Like,
yeah.
Nobody.
Well, it's like power punching.
He was just big, dude. He was fat, dude.
Yeah,
except for like in 1974, dude. He fought like for 30 years
after Ali.
Easily,
Ali, that was like peak shape.
Yeah,
and after that, he just kept coming back.
And he would just walk up to you and he wouldn't even be, dude. You'd hit him. It's like, I don't stand a chance. This guy's a giant,
Well, he's that big, like, yeah.
Yeah, and he would just come at you and just like, chin out, and people would hit him. He wouldn't care.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't swear in public." He'd hit that heavy bag.
Have you seen like the new viral videos of him?
Yeah, him and his son
hitting the heavy bag.
Yeah,
and he's still like, I think he's still trying to come back.
And he could, I guarantee you, he would wipe the floor with any boxer out there right now. 70 years old, bro. I'm telling you, this dude's built different.
He could fight another old guy.
What, him and Tyson?
If
maybe
he fights Tyson, then I think Tyson probably still got him. Just unlike Tyson, still got the speed.
I don't know, dude. Foreman's he's one of the last of the dying breed.
Well, they say strength is the last thing to go, right?
Probably.
You still got that old man strength at the end. I think you just like cardio wise, I think that's going to be tough for him.
Remember, he'd stand up between rounds. He wouldn't. He didn't need cardio, dude. He'd walk out to you.
Man, just imagine fighting and then like your biggest fight of all time, and then about 60 years later, you're like, let's do it.
Right.
Let's run it back. And
they could, dude, I guarantee you he would wipe the floor with half the fighters out there right now.
Yeah.
The dude's just a dinosaur. He's, it's insane.
Well, I guess too, it's like, it's different, I think, for like heavyweights. I always feel like heavyweights are the most likely you can come back.
Yeah.
But when you see these little dudes, these like Manny Pacquiao guys, it's like once they get into their 40s, it's like it looks rough.
You know who was wild, dude? The original Cesar Chavez, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude wasn't even human.
That's just old school like Mexican guy.
Yeah, you can't beat those old school Mexican fighters.
Yeah, that's the guy who could you beat the shit out of him for 10 rounds. And it's just rope-a-dope.
And he just comes out just throwing bombs. You're like, where'd he get all this power from?
Yeah.
Oh, man, dude, I don't know. I can't believe you've never been in a fight. You got to fight somebody, dude. Not even in second grade. You didn't never punch nobody, a girl, nothing. Not to say that you should do that.
I think, honestly, I think because we grew up in different situations, I bet the majority of people I grew up with never got into a fight.
Dude, girls used to fight us. I grew up in the ghetto, dude. Dude, I'm telling you, some of these hood girls, well, not really the ghetto, but I lived close enough to I went to school with them.
Yeah.
They would fight at the drop of a hat, dude. I remember and you can't hit them back. Like, not that I would want to, but I'm just saying I've got punched hard by a girl.
Wow.
Quick.
Did you you got to just bear hug at that point?
No, I'd be like, "Whoa, what's that for?"
Oh, yeah. Let's talk this out.
Yeah, one girl. Well, I've probably only been hit by like 3 girls in my whole life growing up, which isn't bad.
Right.
One of them is because I fought her brother, dude. Imagine your brother, and she was 2 grades below him.
Wow.
And dude, she came up and he was 2 grades above me. She was in my grade.
Wow.
But it's like, dude, and she got me good, dude. I was actually scared. Dude, girls could fight. When you're a kid too, they mature faster in every aspect.
She's probably taller than you.
She was all around bigger than me, dude.
Yeah.
And I was raised never to hit a girl. You know, and it's like even when they're punching you, what can you do?
Right.
I couldn't outrun her,
That's why you got to learn a couple wrestling moves. No rules against that, right?
I don't know, to be honest with you, but these girls were, dude, scratching, punching. There was a girl in my high school, dude, what she used to do was she took off her sock and put her lock in it.
Oh, my God.
And, dude, just beat the hell out of another girl. There was one girl with a razor that cut the shit out of a girl once.
Wow.
In high school. Ruined her face.
It's so funny when you hear sometimes this kids growing up. You see how sadistic kids are.
Yeah.
Because they start coming up with plans.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, dude, if you take your lock and you put it in it's like, no, that's just you're gonna kill somebody.
Right.
This isn't a smart, clever trick that you thought of. It's that's just prison shit.
The coolest kid in school that we grew up with, he was by far the coolest. He probably could have played basketball, maybe a college league. And he was hitting all, he's not hitting, but physically he was dating all the girls.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Hooking up with them probably, whatever. And just being a player. And one of the girl's older brothers, who was a grown man, came to the junior high school. He was only in 8th grade. And, dude, beat him in the head with a baseball bat, dude. Messed him up for life.
Wow.
Over something so little, man.
Jesus Christ.